The Dyatlov Pass Incident. In the heart of Soviet Russia, beneath the icy breath of the Ural Mountains, a mystery was born, one that would puzzle experts, terrify investigators, and baffle the world for over 6 decades. It begins not with a crime nor a scandal, but with a journey, one intended to test strength, endurance, and the limits of human resolve. The year is 1959. The Cold War casts a long shadow over the USSR, and in the frosty province of Sverdlovsk, 10 experienced hikers, students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, prepare for a rigorous winter trek. Leading them is Igor Dyatlov, 23 years old, brilliant, methodical, and respected by everyone in the group. Their destination, a remote and treacherous region of the Ural Mountains, ominously known by the local Mansi people as Don't Go There. In their native language, it's called Kholat Shakal, Mountain of the Dead. 9 of them would never return. The 10th, Yuri Yudin, turned back due to illness, unknowingly escaping a fate that continues to defy logic, science, and time. The group's last diary entry was dated February 1st, 1959. It described their decision to camp on a slope of Kholat Shakal, an unusual and dangerous choice given the weather. But it was late. They were tired, and they needed to rest. That night, something happened. Rescue teams would find the first clues weeks later. A collapsed tent, slashed from the inside. Inside, boots, clothes, supplies, untouched. It looked as though the hikers had fled barefoot into minus 30 degrees Celsius weather, some wearing only socks or underwear. They had run from something. The first 2 bodies were found under a cedar tree, their hands raw, fingers torn, signs of desperate climbing. Nearby, a 3rd body with a fractured skull. Then Dyatlov, the leader, found frozen mid-stride, eyes wide open. Over time, more bodies emerged, and with them, stranger details. One hiker's ribs were shattered, crushed with a force equivalent to a car crash. Another woman, Lyudmila Dubinina, was missing her tongue, her eyes, and parts of her lips. No sign of external wounds, no defensive injuries, no blood in the snow. The Soviet investigation quickly reached a chilling and vague conclusion. A compelling natural force had caused their deaths. And just like that, the case was sealed. But the questions refused to die. What did they see that night? What could drive experienced hikers into the freezing dark, half naked, leaving shelter behind? What kind of force kills without leaving a mark? Over the years, theories have piled up like snow on that desolate ridge. Some were scientific, others bordered on the paranormal. Let's walk through the most gripping. Theory 1. Avalanche. The most reasonable theory is an avalanche. Perhaps the hikers heard rumbling snow. Panicked, they slashed the tent to escape quickly. They fled into the dark, scattered and disoriented. But experts challenge this. No signs of an actual avalanche were found. The slope wasn't steep enough. The tent and belongings were still upright, odd for any snow collapse. More importantly, why no blunt force trauma consistent with being buried? Theory 2. Infrasound panic, proposed by researcher Donnie Ikar. This theory suggests infrasound, low-frequency sound waves generated by wind passing over the mountain, may have triggered panic. The human body can react to infrasound with nausea, dread, paranoia. Could a collective hallucination or intense anxiety cause them to flee irrationally? It explains the lack of violence, but not the brutal injuries, or why some bodies were found so far from the tent, half buried in deep ravines. Theory 3. Military testing gone wrong. This theory grabs headlines and conspiracies alike. In 1959, the Soviet Union was deep in nuclear and weapons testing. Nearby regions were known for parachute mine tests, devices that explode above ground, causing intense internal injuries but minimal external damage, just like the bodies found. Adding to suspicion, the clothing on some hikers showed traces of radiation. The rescue team reportedly experienced orange lights in the sky. The corpses had orange-tinted skin and white hair. The government sealed files for decades, and when they were released, many pages were missing. Was it a cover-up? Theory 4. Indigenous attack or animal encounter. Some speculated the local Mansi people attacked the hikers for trespassing, but investigators found no signs of struggle or footprints. The Mansi, by all accounts, were peaceful. What about a bear? Even Siberian predators would leave claw marks or drag signs. Nothing. Whatever scared them, it wasn't human, and it wasn't an animal. Theory 5. UFOs and the supernatural strange lights were reported in the skies that night. Some say the hikers encountered something not of this world. Others claim the area is home to ancient curses and magnetic anomalies. One hiker had written in her journal, "We now know snowmen exist." Some dismiss this as a joke. Others are not so sure. And then, there's the photograph. The last image found on the hiker's recovered camera. A blurry, shadowy figure, standing, watching, barely visible in the dark. Who or what was it? The aftermath. In recent years, Russian authorities reopened the investigation. In 2020, they reaffirmed the avalanche theory, but they admitted, "We will never know for sure." To this day, the Dyatlov Pass remains a place of silence, superstition, and shadows, a shrine to 9 lives lost, and one question that continues to echo across the snowy wilderness. What made 9 hardened hikers slash their way into the abyss, only to die in such unnatural, terrifying ways? And why has no one ever truly come back with answers?